Hey guys, are you trying to find out what a fixed annuity is? Well, by the end of this video, you know exactly what it is and how they work. My name is Ethan Miko, co-founder of Scenic Financial. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to be notified when I post new videos every week. So essentially, a fixed annuity works a lot like a CD. I'm going to flip over to my screen so I can walk you through it.
Okay, so here I just laid out a simple table to help you guys understand the differences between a traditional fixed annuity and a MYGA. The first thing you want to look at are a couple of key points before deciding between the two. So the first thing to look at is the rating of an insurance company. Now, a rating is basically the financial strength of that company. And it's going to be anywhere from usually A to D. Sometimes you'll see it A plus, A minus, double A. They're just the different rating institutions out there. But in all regards, A is good. The further down you go, the worse they are. And if you see a company with an A rating, that just means that they're more than likely to deliver on their guarantees. The second thing is the surrender charge years, which is really the contract length. So when you're dealing with fixed annuities, typically these are going to run between 5 to 10 years. MYGAs will run anywhere from 2 to 10 years. And those 2 to 10 years is typically how long they're going to pay the guarantees on for. Usually at the end of that guarantee period, you'd move it out and purchase a new one. And what makes these annuities a little bit more flexible than, say, a CD is the free withdrawal amount. And what this is how much you can touch each year without incurring any kind of penalty. So this is going to depend on the company and the product, but it's anywhere between 0 and 15%. Same down here. Some companies don't allow anything. Some will allow up to 15. Sometimes it's interest only. It really depends on the company you're with. So it's important to read the contract or ask questions about this kind of thing. Next over is the bonus. Bonus is pretty simple to understand. It's an upfront payment as an extra incentive to get you to go into that contract. So if you say had a 2% bonus and you had $100,000 you're putting into it, you would end up with $102,000 starting off, and that would be your base amount that would earn interest in the years to come. The next three columns is really where the differences come in between a traditional fixed annuity and the MYGAs. So again, the fixed annuities will typically only guarantee a rate for usually 1 year, sometimes more than one, but it's always going to be less than the surrender charge years. So maybe it guarantees it for 2 or 3 years. It's going to be less than this over here. When you're dealing with MYGAs, they're going to guarantee it for the entire length of the contract. So let's just say this was a 5-year contract in this example. It'd guarantee it for that full 5 years. When it comes with the current rate is what they're paying today. Typically, this signifies usually a higher first year payment, and then you'll default to the base rate after that. So it's kind of like savings accounts when they offer you to pay you a certain amount of interest for opening an account with them. It's the same thing here. MYGAs are no different. They'll also offer usually a current rate. They'll pay you higher for that first initial year, and then they'll guarantee the next few years at the base rate. So of those 5 years, they're going to guarantee this for 4 years, and they'll guarantee this for 1 year. Whereas when you're using a traditional fixed annuity, you're only guaranteed this for the first year. After that, it's going to depend on where interest rates go. So you would use a fixed annuity over the MYGA if you think interest rates may potentially go up. And after that first year period, you could potentially get a better rate of return than you do today. MYGAs are nice for the guarantee, so you know exactly what you'll get in the end. These are more beneficial if you just want peace of mind, or you think interest rates may potentially go down. You want to lock in the higher rate today. So again, these are safe investments in that you're not investing in the market. They're all guarantees. They work just like a CD, but because it's through an insurance company, it's called an annuity. You're going to get some access to the money, where in a CD you really won't. And you also get tax deferral on the entire thing. So a couple of things to keep in mind is because it's an annuity, there you have the surrender charge years. If you think you may need more money than the free withdrawal amount, you may incur a penalty and you may want to take your money somewhere else. Other thing is when you're dealing with safe investments, whether it's one of these annuities, a CD, maybe even a money market, whatever they're advertised paying doesn't take into account inflation. So as inflation rises over time, even though you got a 3% rate of return here, if inflation was 2, you really only made 1% in that investment. So something to keep in mind before locking yourselves into one of these contracts. And finally, if you're using pre-tax money to purchase one of these annuities, you also have to take into account taxes as well. So even though you got a 3% rate of return and this thing goes tax deferred, at some point in the future when you decide to take the money out, or you're required to pull money out by the IRS, You're going to have to owe taxes on this money. Therefore, the interest rate you actually get to keep is going to be lower than what's advertised. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you guys use for safe investments. Is it something like a fixed annuity like we saw here today? Is it a CD, a money market? I just really want to know. So drop me a comment. If you found value in this video today, make sure to hit that like button. I also have a link in the description below to my free masterclass where I cover some of the biggest financial myths out there and show you ways to overcome them. If you're interested in that, click that link below.
I hope this video has been helpful for you, and now you know what a fixed annuity is and how they work, and you can make an educated decision on whether or not you should buy one. That's it for this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you're interested in becoming one of my personal clients, click on the link below to apply. And remember, your future depends on what you do today.